Welcome to a journey through the pages of unexplained history, a portal to mysteries that even the sharpest scientific minds can't fully unravel. This video explores 20 of the most baffling photographs and discoveries from around the globe. Each of these snapshots offers a fascinating glimpse into inexplicable events and objects from our past. Number 1. The mysterious stone spheres of Costa Rica. Hidden deep within the rainforests of Costa Rica, the stone spheres of decipher have intrigued archaeologists and researchers for centuries. These perfectly spherical stones, ranging in size from a few centimeters to over 2 meters in diameter, have captivated imaginations and sparked countless theories about their origin and purpose. The precise method of creation of these stone spheres remains a puzzle. They were crafted with such precision that they have puzzled experts who struggle to comprehend how ancient civilizations achieved such symmetrical perfection. The stones are composed of granodiorite, a very hard rock, making their creation even more impressive. The purpose behind these enigmatic spheres is equally mysterious. Some theories suggest that they were used for astronomical or religious purposes, while others propose that they served as markers for navigational or territorial boundaries. Some even speculate that they may be remnants of a lost ancient civilization or have extraterrestrial origins. The spheres hold cultural and historical significance for the indigenous people of Costa Rica, and they have been designated as a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Efforts to understand their origins and meaning continue to this day, but many questions remain unanswered. The stone spheres of Costa Rica stand as a testament to the ingenuity and creativity of ancient civilizations. They also serve as a reminder that there are still countless wonders waiting to be discovered and deciphered, holding secrets that may shed light on the rich and diverse history of our planet. Number 2. The anomalous 1911 airship photo. In 1911, a photograph emerged that ignited a storm of controversy and speculation. It depicts an elaborate airship, seemingly hovering over the city of Huntington, West Virginia. However, what makes this photograph genuinely baffling is that the design of the airship appears technologically advanced for the era, and its existence remains undocumented outside of this image. The airship in the picture has a streamlined shape and several propellers, and it seems to have the ability to carry a significant number of passengers, a stark contrast to the rudimentary small-capacity dirigibles and balloons commonly used in the early 20th century. Furthermore, it predates the construction of the first Zeppelin-style airship in the United States by several years. Many theories have emerged in an attempt to explain this photo. Some speculate that it was a high-tech invention by a brilliant, unknown inventor who was simply ahead of his time. Others suggest a hoax, either in the form of a practical joke or a piece of early photoshopped trickery. However, no evidence of tampering has been identified in the photo, and the identity of the photographer and their motivations remain unknown. Despite the speculation, the 1911 airship photo remains a historical oddity that defies easy explanation. It serves as a tantalizing glimpse of a mystery that is yet to be solved and a fascinating detour in the history of human flight. Number 3. The mystery of the time-traveling hipster. In 2010, an intriguing photograph from 1941 resurfaced, depicting the reopening of the South Forks Bridge in Goldbridge, British Columbia. The crowd gathered for the event is, for the most part, exactly what one might expect for the time period. However, one figure in particular stands out. He's been dubbed the time-traveling hipster. The man in question appears to be wearing modern clothing, including a logo-printed t-shirt, a hoodie or sweater, and sunglasses, all strikingly out of place in the 1941 setting. Additionally, he seems to be holding a modern-style camera, which adds another layer of mystery. Skeptics have suggested reasonable explanations. The sunglasses, for example, were not completely out of the question for the era. The logo on the man's shirt could be from a Montreal Maroons hockey team sweater, an actual item available in the 1940s. As for the camera, it may be a Kodak folding pocket model, which, while unusual, were in existence at the time. However, despite these rationalizations, no explanation has entirely dispelled the eerie out-of-time impression that the figure gives off. The debate about the identity and temporal origin of this man has sparked fervent debates in both academic and online communities, even spawning theories of time travel. The time-traveling hipster remains an enigma, a quirky aberration in a historical photo. Whether a time traveler, an unusual dresser, or a simple optical illusion, the mystery of this man continues to captivate and confound us. Number 4. The unidentified flying object in the Madonna with St. Giovannino painting. A recurring theme in the unexplained is the presence of anachronistic objects in historical artwork. A prime example is found in the 15th century painting The Madonna with St. Giovannino, attributed to the Italian artist Domenico Ghirlandaio. The enigma lies not with the primary subjects, but with a peculiar element in the background. In the painting, we see the Virgin Mary with an infant St. John the Baptist. Over her left shoulder, however, one can see a strange, glowing object in the sky, viewed by a man and his dog. The man seems to be shielding his eyes, possibly indicating the brightness of the object. The shape and glow of the object have led some observers to speculate that it represents an unidentified flying object, UFO, and they cite this as possible historical evidence of extraterrestrial life. Additionally, the object appears to have rays of light emanating from it, adding to its otherworldly ambiance. Skeptics argue that the object is a depiction of the divine, possibly representing an angel or the Holy Spirit, common motifs in religious artwork of the era. Others suggest it could represent the Star of Bethlehem or a miraculous sign in the heavens. Despite these interpretations, the exact meaning and representation of the strange object in the painting remain unknown. The Madonna with St. Giovannino is a compelling example of the mysteries and debates surrounding the interpretation of historical artworks, especially when they appear to depict objects far ahead of their time. Number 5. The Piri Reis Map. The Piri Reis Map, named after its creator, the Ottoman admiral and cartographer Piri Reis, has puzzled historians and scientists alike since its discovery. Drawn in 1513, the map is a world map, with a focus on the coasts of Europe and North Africa at the center, the Atlantic Ocean, and parts of the Americas and Antarctica. The mystery lies in its surprisingly accurate depiction of parts of the Americas, particularly South America's coastline. Remember that in 1513, European knowledge of the New World was still in its infancy. Yet the map depicts geographical features with a level of detail that shouldn't have been possible for the time. Even more baffling is its depiction of the Antarctic coast, free of ice. The last time Antarctica is believed to have been ice-free is around 34 million years ago, long before human civilization. How could Piri Reis have had access to such information? The map is believed to have been compiled from a variety of sources, some of which, according to Piri Reis's notes, were ancient and no longer exist. Could these have included maps from a bygone civilization with advanced cartographic knowledge? Skeptics suggest that the depiction of Antarctica is based on conjecture, mistaken interpretations, or misdrawn parts of South America. Some also argue that the map shows what sailors of the time thought the world looked like, rather than being an accurate record. Regardless of the explanations, the Piri Reis map continues to mystify researchers. Its curious anomalies and surprising accuracy serve as a testament to the complexities of history and the depth of our ancestors' knowledge. Number 6. The 1964 Solway Firth spaceman photograph. One of the most confounding photographs in recent history emerged from a serene family outing. In 1964, Jim Templeton, a firefighter from Carlisle, England, took a photo of his daughter in a field near Solway Firth. When the photo was developed, it revealed an unexpected figure in the background, a seeming spaceman. The figure appears to be a tall, white-clad entity with a helmet or visor, standing with its back to the camera. Templeton claimed there was nobody else around when he took the photo. The film was even examined by Kodak and police photographers, who found no evidence of tampering. Skeptics have proposed that the spaceman was actually Templeton's wife, accidentally captured in the frame, her blue dress overexposed and appearing white in the photo. The helmet could be her hair, and the supposed visor might be the shadow of her hair across her face. Despite the reasonable explanations, the photo continues to captivate imaginations. It has been the subject of numerous TV shows and documentaries, fostering speculation about aliens, time travelers, and interdimensional beings. The mystery of the Solway Firth spaceman remains an iconic piece of unexplained history. Number 7. The anachronistic 1930s beach photograph. Sometimes the most intriguing mysteries are found in ordinary settings. Such is the case with an undated photograph from the 1930s showing beachgoers on the British Columbia coast in Canada. Amid the typical beach attire of the era, one man stands out, giving rise to the mystery of the surfing time traveler. The man in question appears to be dressed in modern clothing, a graphic t-shirt, shorts, and hair styled in a way that's more befitting of the late 20th or early 21st century than the 1930s. This has led to theories suggesting that the man is a time traveler. However, skeptics have proposed more prosaic explanations. It's been suggested that the man's modern t-shirt is actually a sweater rolled up at the sleeves, and his shorts are merely rolled-up slacks, both potentially plausible for a hot beach day. His modern hairstyle may also be a product of the wind or wet hair, rather than a reflection of fashion anachronism. Yet the photograph continues to provoke debate and speculation. Despite potential logical explanations, the surfing time traveler retains an aura of mystery. Whether he's a real-time traveler, a fashion-forward individual, or simply a trick of the camera, his image continues to challenge our understanding of history. Number 8. The Voynich manuscript's enigmatic images. The Voynich manuscript, named after Wilfrid Voynich, the Polish book dealer who acquired it in 1912, is an enigma wrapped in a riddle. This 15th century codex, filled with cryptic illustrations and a text in an unidentified language, has left the world's brightest minds stumped. The manuscript is illustrated with fascinating images of botanical specimens, astronomical diagrams, bathing women, and pharmaceutical drawings. These, however, do not correspond to any known species or identifiable astronomical configurations, adding to the book's mystery. Many of the plant species are unidentifiable, bearing no resemblance to any known plants on Earth. The astronomical charts are equally as baffling, with star constellations and planetary systems that don't match any recognized by modern astronomers. Several theories have been proposed over the years, from the manuscript being a pharmacopoeia, an alchemical text, to a work of speculative fiction. Despite numerous attempts at deciphering the manuscript, its text and the meaning behind its peculiar illustrations remain a mystery. The Voynich manuscript stands as one of the most perplexing artifacts in the annals of history. The captivating images and cryptic text invite us into a world full of intrigue, mystery, and the challenge of the unknown. Number 9. The Nazca lines from above. The Nazca lines, large geoglyphs created by the ancient Nazca culture in Peru, are a source of endless fascination and speculation. The intrigue deepens when viewed from an aerial perspective, revealing an array of designs, including animals, plants, and geometric shapes etched into the desert floor. The question that baffles scientists is how and why a civilization that existed nearly 2,000 years ago created such enormous works of art that can only be fully appreciated from an aerial perspective, a viewpoint seemingly impossible for the Nazca people to achieve. Some theories propose religious or astronomical purposes, suggesting the Nazca lines served as a giant observatory or a map of underground water sources. Others suggest the lines were part of complex rituals to summon water. However, these theories don't entirely explain the scale and precision of the lines or the reason for the specific symbols chosen. Furthermore, they don't clarify how the Nazca managed to maintain the perspective needed to create such accurate depictions on such a grand scale. From extraterrestrial landing strips to giant astronomical calendars, the Nazca lines' interpretations are as varied as the figures themselves. The reality remains that these incredible geoglyphs, viewed best from a vantage point the Nazcas shouldn't have been able to attain, persist as an unsolved mystery of human history. Number 10. The Hook Island sea monster photograph. The world of unexplained history isn't confined to land. The sea has its share of mysteries, too. One such enigma is the Hook Island sea monster, captured in a photograph taken in 1964 by Robert Le Serrec, a Frenchman vacationing in Australia with his family. The creature, as shown in the photograph, is a massive tadpole-like entity, estimated to be 80 feet in length, lurking in the shallow waters of Stonehaven Bay, Hook Island. The image shows an enormous, dark form under the water with a discernible head and eye, along with a sinuous body stretching into the depths. Many have speculated that it could be a surviving prehistoric marine reptile, like a plesiosaur or a gigantic unknown species of eel or ray. However, others have suggested that it may have been an elaborate hoax, perhaps a plastic sheet weighted down and arranged to look like a sea monster. Despite the enduring skepticism, the photograph has captured the public's imagination for decades. The Hook Island sea monster remains an enduring marine mystery and a fascinating anecdote in the annals of cryptozoology. Number 11. The alleged 1870s Billy the Kid photo. Photographs offer a snapshot of the past, but sometimes their authenticity can throw historians into a whirl of debates. A fascinating example is a photograph purchased in 2010 for $2 at a memorabilia shop, which allegedly features the infamous outlaw Billy the Kid. The tintype photograph appears to show Billy the Kid and his gang, the Regulators, playing a casual game of croquet. If genuine, it would be only the second confirmed image of the Kid, and the value of the photo could soar into millions. However, confirming its authenticity has been challenging. While facial recognition software suggests a match between the Kid in the known photograph and the figure in the croquet photo, other aspects raise doubts. Some historians question the plausibility of the scene, citing the seemingly high-class nature of a croquet game contrasted with the rugged outlaw lifestyle. Despite the controversy, the photograph has spurred considerable interest. It has been the subject of a National Geographic documentary and has piqued the interest of historians, forensic analysts, and Old West enthusiasts. Whether it's a priceless historical artifact or a photograph of anonymous 19th century individuals, the alleged Billy the Kid photo demonstrates how even a simple image can stir up a historical storm of questions and speculation. Number 12. The eerie 1920s levitation photograph. In a world before digital manipulation, a photograph taken in the 1920s sent shockwaves through society with its depiction of what seems to be a levitating man. The photo showcases Colin Evans, a spiritualist medium who held seances in the dark, only using a flash camera to illuminate the scene sporadically. In this photo, Evans appears suspended in mid-air, surrounded by onlookers who gaze in astonishment. Critics assert that the photo was staged, potentially using hidden supports or wires. Supporters, on the other hand, consider it proof of Evans's claimed spiritualist powers. The levitation photograph of Colin Evans serves as a historical reminder of the human fascination with the supernatural and the lengths to which individuals might go to provide proof of such phenomena. Regardless of one's opinion on its authenticity, the image remains a compelling piece of unexplained history. Number 13. The Ubaid Lizardmen Statuettes. Archaeology often unearths objects that defy conventional understanding, offering more questions than answers. Among these puzzling finds are the Ubaid Lizardmen statuettes, discovered at the site of Al-Ubaid in Iraq, an ancient settlement predating the Sumerian civilization. These terracotta figures, dating back to 5000 BC, have a humanoid form but exhibit distinct reptilian features, including elongated heads, almond-shaped eyes, and scaly skin. Some statuettes depict the lizardmen engaged in everyday activities, such as nursing babies or holding staffs, presumably of leadership. The Ubaid lizardmen statuettes serve as a potent reminder of our past's enigmatic aspects. They continue to challenge our understanding of ancient cultures, leaving us to ponder the beliefs, rituals, and artistic expressions of our distant ancestors. Number 14. The unexplainable fairy circles of Namibia. In the arid grasslands of the Namib Desert in Namibia, a peculiar natural phenomenon captivates scientists and tourists alike. Known as fairy circles, these patterns consist of circular patches of barren land, surrounded by short grass, forming a honeycomb-like pattern visible from above. These circles vary in diameter from a few meters to several tens of meters and are found in vast areas across Namibia. While the local myths attribute these circles to divine intervention or the footsteps of gods, scientific explanations range from termites and plant competition to gas seepage and even radioactivity. Despite these theories, no definitive cause has been agreed upon. The fairy circles of Namibia continue to fuel scientific debates and layman's curiosity, illustrating the enchanting mysteries that nature often conceals in plain sight. Number 15. The 1959 Dyatlov Pass Incident Photographs. The Dyatlov Pass incident is one of the most baffling events in modern history. In 1959, 9 experienced Russian hikers perished under extremely mysterious and chilling circumstances in the Ural Mountains. Photographs recovered from the hikers' cameras add layers of enigma to the incident. One of the images shows a blurry figure near the tree line, often dubbed as the Yeti photo. Another unsettling picture, taken on the last night of the expedition, captures a mysterious light or orb against the dark sky. While the incident itself remains largely unexplained, the eerie photographs add a haunting visual narrative to the tale, sparking theories involving secret military experiments, indigenous peoples' attack, or supernatural entities. Number 16. The astonishing Patterson-Gimlin Bigfoot film. Arguably the most famous and debated piece of cryptid evidence is the Patterson-Gimlin film, a short motion picture that purportedly shows Bigfoot in the flesh. Captured in 1967 in Northern California by Roger Patterson and Bob Gimlin, the film depicts a large, hairy, bipedal creature striding through a clearing. Despite numerous analyses, the film's authenticity remains hotly contested. Critics suggest it could be a man in a costume, while proponents argue the creature's movements and anatomy align more closely with that of an unknown primate than a human. Whether a hoax or a monumental discovery, the Patterson-Gimlin film continues to fascinate and provoke discussions around the existence of elusive creatures that might lurk in the unexplored corners of our world. Number 17. The bizarre Fresno Nightcrawlers footage. In the realm of unexplained phenomena, few are as odd as the Fresno Nightcrawlers. These entities first appeared in a surveillance video from Fresno, California in the late 2000s. The footage shows a pair of short, white, leg-like creatures ambling across the lawn, appearing to have no torso or arms. A similar entity was later captured in a video in Yosemite National Park, reinforcing the intrigue. The peculiar gait and form of the creatures defy conventional explanations. Theories range from video manipulation to extraterrestrial life forms, indigenous folklore, or even cryptid organisms. Despite the skepticism and lack of additional evidence, the Fresno Nightcrawlers footage continues to engage cryptid enthusiasts and mystery lovers, leaving us to ponder what strange encounters may be waiting just outside the range of our ordinary perception. Number 18. The Nampa Figurine. In 1889, workers drilling a water well in Nampa, Idaho, discovered a tiny clay figurine at a depth of about 300 feet. Dubbed the Nampa figurine, this artifact depicts a female figure and appears to be human-made. What baffles scientists is the depth at which it was found, which corresponds to geological layers around 2 million years old, well before humans were thought to inhabit the region. While some see the figurine as proof of advanced ancient civilizations or out-of-place artifacts, OOPArts, mainstream science often dismisses it as an instance of a drilling-induced anomaly or a more recent artifact embedded in older materials through natural processes. The Nampa figurine remains an intriguing enigma in archaeological circles. Number 19. The Antikythera mechanism's complex diagrams. Found in a shipwreck off the Greek island of Antikythera in 1901, the Antikythera mechanism has been called the world's first analog computer. This ancient Greek device, dating back to around the 1st or 2nd century BC, features a series of complex gears and inscriptions. The enigma lies in the advanced understanding of astronomy the mechanism exhibits. The device could predict celestial events, such as eclipses, and track the movements of celestial bodies. It showcases a level of technological sophistication believed to be beyond the capabilities of ancient Greek society. Despite considerable study, the mechanism's full range of functions and its underlying knowledge base remain partly understood. The Antikythera mechanism continues to highlight the gaps in our understanding of ancient civilizations and their technological prowess. Number 20. The last photo taken aboard the Eileen Moore Lighthouse. Steeped in mystery and speculation, The Flannan Isles Lighthouse Incident of 1900 is a perplexing episode in maritime history. Located off the west coast of Scotland, the lighthouse on Eilean Moor, the largest of the Flannan Isles, was manned by 3 experienced keepers. In December 1900, all 3 disappeared without a trace, leaving behind an empty lighthouse filled with unanswered questions. A photo discovered during the subsequent investigation has only deepened the mystery. The last photograph taken at the lighthouse before the keeper's disappearance features one of the keepers, Thomas Marshall, with a troubled expression, while a storm appears to brew in the background. Given that the logbook found at the site recounted severe weather conditions, this photograph was seen as a chilling foreshadowing of a disaster. The enigmatic photo taken aboard the Eilean Moor lighthouse and the subsequent disappearance of the lighthouse keepers demonstrate the compelling power of imagery in historical events. While the photograph may not provide conclusive evidence or answers, it adds a haunting layer of intrigue to the mystery, encapsulating the ominous mood that pervaded the lighthouse prior to the bewildering vanishing of its keepers. As such, it remains a powerful testament to the chilling unknowns that lurk within our world's remote corners.